Hmm. Did y'all see videos? I'm not sharing them on here because I'll get a violation if I show these people naked in front of children. It'll, I'll get my account taken down. Um, back in my day, we had these laws. This law called the indecent exposure law, and you were arrested. If you did it in front of children, you got put on the uh, registry, the offenders registry. Yeah. I know a guy from my hometown had his son in the truck and stepped outside to take a pee on a country road, and somebody filmed or took a picture, and yeah, he's on this offenders list. This is for education purposes. Let's bring back that indecent exposure law, shall we?
Y'all, come on now. Come on. All right. I saw this post on Facebook, and I can't share it was a video. I can't share the whole video because I can't find it on TikTok. And I took a screenshot. I'll try to add it, I don't know, somewhere up here if I can figure out how to edit that. And I had to put some stickers to cover up some things because the video had straight up nudity at a pride parade. And the sad thing is, this is not the first video I've seen like this. I've seen podcasts talking about this. I've heard things about this. I've seen things about this. This is ridiculous. And the reason why so many people are upset about this is because there's children there. It's not because it's a pride parade. It's not because adults are wanting to do adult things, whatever. Like, you're an adult, you're consenting, do your thing. Cool, whatever. But literally, we have laws, or I should honestly say we had laws about public indecency. Okay, where did they go? And we live in a society, phone, please quit beeping. We live in a society where if, say, someone sat a child down and put on a pornographic video for them, they would get scrutinized by the court, by their peers, by society, whatever. But you slap a pride label on it, and it's fine. It's fine because it's pride. And again, I'm not trying to come at homosexual people. That's not the point of this. With that being said, it's obvious that because of culture, there are certain passes, such as this, that pride people get. This is ridiculous. If you're a parent and you're bringing your child to a pride parade where you know there might be nudity, much less you know there will be nudity, and or you're a parent who maybe you didn't know, I'll give you that grace, but you show up and then you find out, if my phone beeps one more time, you show up and you find out and you don't leave immediately, do better. Like, these children, they don't need to be worried about stuff like this. They don't need to be worried about politics, about sexuality, about, genders, about just so many things that are going on right now. But let me reel back in the focus. Why are we having nudity in front of these kids? The video that I saw, I really wish I could share it and mirror that video, but literally you see children on the street watching this parade, and like I said, that's not the first time I have seen something like that. a lot of the podcasts I watch, they react to things like that, and they have to censor the screen and blah blah blah. And as a parent myself, how could I not disagree with that? Well, I guess there is a way that I could not disagree with that, because clearly plenty of people are fine with it. But I will say it's interesting, because in this particular video that I saw, one of the parents, this guy that was recording, he asked the parent, "Are you okay with your children seeing this?" And she clearly said no, and yet they were sitting on the curb, comfortable as day, just watching. And I'm sorry, but there's no reason why we should have pickles, peaches, and everything in between just hanging out. Why? Love who you want, celebrate who you want. You're an adult, you're consenting, do your thing, whatever. This is not an attack on homosexual people. Have a little class. I don't care who you are. Have a little class, and teach your children to have a little class as well. And your older children to have a little class. We as adults are representing to our children how they should behave as adults. This is not appropriate behavior as adults. This is not appropriate behavior for kids to see. This is not appropriate behavior for how kids should act. And if they see this, they're going to think it's okay to do later on. No. That's not a society that I want to live in. That's not how the majority of America acts. That's not what America was built on. I can't. And then the thing is a lot of I'm here saying, I'm not attacking homosexual people, but when there's events like this and behaviors like this, I hate to say this part, but you can't be surprised when other people are attacking that community if this is what they're seeing. This radical, drastic, ridiculous behavior, and that's all they see and that's all they know. I'm sorry, but you can't be upset if people do react drastically. I'm not everybody, and there's a lot of people that feel like me, and they're like, you're an adult, love who you want. Okay, cool. But I strongly don't agree with this. But there's a lot of people who are going to just straight up hate the whole community because of certain behaviors. And you can't be mad at that. People in that community hate other communities because of certain behaviors. In general, there's just way too much hate in this country from this side, that side, that side, that side. That's another rant for another video. But I've already talked way too long, but that's because I'm just very passionate about this subject. And trust me, if this was a straight parade, I would be ranting just the same. And I rant about how people dress at the... Why am I getting all these text messages right now? I rant about how people dress at the beach when they're basically naked, when they're almost naked, So, like I said, this isn't... I'm so over these beeps for my phone. So yeah, you best believe I'm gonna rant and rave and strike and do all these things when people are legitimately naked. It's ridiculous. And yeah, I would have done that before I became a parent, and it's the fact that I am a parent to soon to be 2 stepdaughters who are older, and to 2 little boys. Yes, one of them's in heaven, but doesn't matter. Yeah, that definitely adds a level of motivation to my frustration. And I will say, we are in the South, so we don't see in person quite as much of this behavior, but it's still real. It doesn't matter what state you're in or how much you see it. You need to stand up for what is right. You need to stand up for what you believe in. And I can't keep my mouth shut about the fact that we do not need to be walking around freaking naked in the streets. I don't care what we're celebrating or what the circumstances are. I know it's 80 million degrees outside, so wear a tank top and shorts. Shorts that cover your butt and a tank top that doesn't come down to here, okay? I promise you can find them. Go to Walmart, okay? Oh my gosh. We need Jesus. We all need Jesus. I'm not the one to come on here and be like, y'all need Jesus. No, guess what? I need him too. Speaking of, I love you. Regardless of who you are and who you love, I love you. I promise you, God loves you so much more. I hope you pray. Drink more water. Stay hydrated, especially if you just got done ranting. Whew. Until next time, my sunflowers. Pray, pray, pray. Oh, Lord. Peace out, Girl Scout.